Quote of the week. I never lose. I either win or learn. Nelson Mandela. Hi, welcome everybody. It's Jason Barlow, RMT, and I'm here today as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform any stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality. First and foremost, let me apologize. The sound of my voice today, a little raspy and hoarse, is I spent the weekend, mainly yesterday, actually, a Sunday, coaching basketball, phenomenal basketball weekend for my boys. In fact, it was the first and possibly the last time this may ever happen. We had two courts side by side where all four of our boys were playing. We had two older boys playing over here and our two younger boys playing over here. And for about 5 minutes, I was able to watch both games until I got pulled in to have to do score and timekeeping over here. So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch both games simultaneously, but my wife did, and I didn't see her sit once. She was pacing back and forth to be able to see both games. And it was exciting. And as you can tell from the lack of voice I have today, it was intense. Okay, so what I wanted to share this week as far as this quote, this is such a powerful quote, and I just want you to embed it in your mind. And hopefully you're embedding these other quotes in your mind too. And it's interesting, isn't it? We might have heard this quote 10 years ago, and it had no impact on us. But as we go through stages in life, this quote might suddenly have a profound impact upon you. But it didn't 10 years ago. Why is that? We're all going through different stages, different experiences. Some of you might listen to me and feel very inspired, and some of you might go, nah, I'm done. Boom, click off. Why? We all have different voices. We all have different visions. And when we connect and we resonate and we get on the same frequency, there's a connection and it hits you in your heart and you start to get an experience from that. That's where you want to follow through on that. And at the same token, if there is no connection, you got to change that frequency. Go and be inspired. Go read a book that's going to lift you, going to raise the bar for you and challenge and tax you. I'm not here to speak to everybody as much as my goal is to try to do that. I'm here to speak to those that actually want to listen. And I heard this just over the weekend, that in the same context as the naval staff flying in a helicopter for a sea rescue, it's not just a matter of them flying over and above and releasing the rope down below. That person in the ocean who's being rescued has to put some effort in from their side to swim toward that rope. And only when they put the effort in and they reach for the rope can the two work simultaneously and coercively in such a way that there's actually going to be a rescue that takes place, and they move on. And we go through cycles in our life. We go through cycles. We've got to find what it is our fallback when we need it most. Because as my quote's sharing today, I say my quote, it's not my quote, it's Nelson Mandela. I'm sure you've heard of Nelson Mandela. That's shared this quote, I never lose, I either win or learn. That we're all usually pretty good, and I spent quite a bit of time with the kids yesterday talking about this. We're usually pretty good in reacting well when things are going well in our life. We win the basketball game. We know what to do. We cheer, we scream, we're joyful, we're happy, we're delighted, we're satisfied. And we are the same in life. When we get what we want, when we hear what we want to hear, when we see what we want to see, when we touch what we want to touch, right? You think of all those senses we have when we're getting all of them fulfilled at once. Wow, we feel like this is it. This is what I want forevermore. This is the euphoria I've been seeking. But as we know, in life, it doesn't always go the way that we want it to. It doesn't always go the way that we want it to. So how are you going to react and respond when you lose the basketball game? Your partner leaves you. Somebody dies that you cared for deeply. You lose the job. There's not enough money in the bank account. And so on and so forth. You take that into your own context of your own life and just check, how am I reacting and responding when things are not going well? What's my perspective? What's my point of view? What is the language that I'm using in my mind? And what is the language I'm using outside my mind? Because really, there's only two things we got to do every day, right? We got to watch our own mind, and we got to watch how we speak to others. That's the bottom line, right? Watch your own mind, watch how you speak to others. Because usually when we're not observing our mind, it gets polluted, it gets distracted. Before you know it, especially when things aren't going the way that we want them to, it slips and slides down into a state of negativity. As a result of that negativity, the byproduct is we then start to lash out because we believe that other people and things are the sources of our problem. When indeed, if we took the time and spent some time investing in our own potential, our own mind, we would understand that indeed all the source of our problems is arising from our mind. Happiness and suffering are states of mind. Their main causes cannot be found outside the mind. So, with this quote in mind, I never lose. I either win or I learn. It's finding this harmonic perspective where when things are going well, great. Things are going well. I can be happy and joyful and satisfied and so forth. We know how to do that. We got that one figured out. When things are going badly, great. That's a harder one. When things are going badly, great. Now, how can we get to that? It takes practice, takes training, but we get this even or harmonic viewpoint that things are going well, great. Things are going badly, great. We have this balanced mind now where when things are going wrong or badly, it allows us to grow. See, if you are a gym goer, when you go in the gym, I guarantee your muscles, when you go and challenge it with a heavy load, they're not thinking, wonderful, this is great. They're thinking, what the hell just happened? You have just stretched me and challenged me and contested me on such a level. And then when you put the weight down and you rest, then the muscle goes, okay, we got to get ready for the next time they go and lift that heavy load. That's how the muscles behave. That's how you get fitter and stronger. It's the same with your mind. It's the same with your mind. Your mind's not a muscle necessarily, but analogously it is. That we stretch and challenge ourselves. We can either do that ourselves directly, putting ourselves into situations, or it will just happen in life. And that is a taxation. It is a challenge. It is a resistance that actually, if we go below the surface and examine it, we can see that that's how we have our strongest moments. That's where we can learn what it is that we don't already know. That indeed, those challenging moments in our life, the very moments in our life that we evolve and become a new person, that we're reborn. This actually become a bit monotonous over here if we're always getting what we want, right? That silver spoon in our mouth, we're always getting what we want. There's no challenge there. Then when challenges come, we don't know how to deal with it. Why? Because we've always got what we wanted. So we got to have this fresh perspective that we never lose, right? We never lose. We either win, great, things are going well, I got that, or we learn. Things are going badly. What is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? Now, this is important to take on board from a muscular pain point of view as well, because that is when things are not going our way. Muscle pain, signs and symptoms, diseases and viruses, they are opportunities of growth and development. We just have to peel the layers away and ask the question, what is this teaching me? What can I learn from this so I can see this as a good thing instead of a bad thing? That mindset shifts and you'll find then your stress levels go down, and naturally as a byproduct of stress going down, immune system increases or improves to such a degree that it can actually take over and help suppress the problem of the muscle pain, the virus, the disease, the imbalance that's in our physiology. So to summarize, with this quote, it's very powerful if you peel the layers away of the quote itself, because it goes deeper than just these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words, 8 powerful words. But you've got to make that into more words for yourself to have those compelling reasons and understanding, logical reasoning, understanding of how this will play out into your day-to-day life so that you can transform that stress, that tension, that pain into health, happiness, and vitality. I'm here pleading to you that if you follow through, don't just listen to what I'm sharing. Hear what I'm sharing. Embed it into your heart with what I'm saying. Actually put it into context. Take it away and apply it. Get some practice with it. Then you'll start to convince yourself. I'm just here to share what I've learned from many teachers in my life. You're hearing my voice, but it's the voices of many masters before me. And I'm not here saying I'm the master. It's not what I'm saying. I'm a student very much. There's a lot of stuff I'm still failing on big time. Big time. But I have this perspective now that I'm not failing in the sense of I feel so low and down and poor me and why do I keep doing? No, I push through. Okay, what am I learning from this? Great. Okay, perfect. Move on. And that's what this training has taught me and shared with me. These quotes, these meditations, everything I'm sharing with you, that's the power. That's the enthusiasm. Hopefully you can hear somewhat in my voice today, that if you take this away and put it into your life, you will get a taste of it. Because otherwise it's like this. Here I have, imagine right now, for those of you listening, I don't actually have one in my hand, but I want you to imagine I have the tastiest chocolate in my hand. And I take my taste and I know already what I've got experience with it. And I taste it, yum, 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 yum. And I describe to you, oh, this is, you've got to try this. You've got to taste this. You wouldn't believe the aromas, the feeling, the everything that comes with it. But I could keep describing it to you. But until you take a piece of that chocolate and until you take a bite and have that whole experience yourself, it's just words. It's just words. You don't believe me. You have no buy-in. You don't have any buy-in until you take a taste of it, until you take that bite, until you take that plunge, until you have a taste for yourself. So do take a taste for yourself. Take this to heart. Apply it. Maybe apply it more than once is my suggestion. I'm going to leave you on that note. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you found that of benefit. As always, I'm here to benefit and serve you in whatever capacity I can, but I can't do that if I don't hear from you. So please give me a like, a thumbs up, a share, a thumbs down, anything. I'm here. I'm not losing. I'm not losing. I'm learning. Give me a thumbs down. Give me some negative feedback. I'll turn it into something positive. Doesn't matter to me. So anyway, the point being, help me spread this message. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.